All right. Here we are. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. How we doing out there? Let me send this out to my community real quick. Make sure we get some viewers in here. I definitely want the individuals to pop in, tap in, tune in, take notes. We got a good show that's going to be going on today. Let me see, where else can I share this at? Let me share this in a couple more spots. Try to see how many people we can get tuned in and tapped in. How's everybody doing today? Peace, peace, peace. What's going on? Now, why is the countdown still going on? Okay, there we go. It's over with now. It's over with. For those that are tapping in and tuning in right now, if you can, please just let me know how my mic is coming through. You know, if it's coming through clear. Let me know if everything's coming through clear while I get this sent out to a couple of individuals. Let me get it sent out real quick. Hold on. Just see who all we can get tuned in and tapped in over here. Definitely got to tap my man Rello in. Cause I got a good show today, a real good show today, man. I'm sharing some real vital information. For those that know, you know how I go. If you know, you know, right? Let me see. Let me tap in from over here. Let's see. Make sure that we can see that we are coming in. Let me see. Now, why doesn't it show that I'm live on Instagram for some reason? For those that are tuning in on IG, let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can see me. It's over for Mexi. I haven't used Mexi in years. Why are you still signing up for exchanges when we got so many decentralized exchanges? That's what you want to utilize. Wa alaikum assalam, barakatuh Allah wa barakatuh. Yeah, don't use exchanges. Use all DeFi. Use all DeFi. It's really nothing that you can get on exchange that you can't get from DeFi for the most part. You can get 90% of what you're looking for on decentralized exchanges. You know what I mean? Okay, loud and clear. Let me see how I'm coming through on Instagram real quick. I don't know what's going on with IG. I don't even think I'm live on IG right now. I don't think it's showing that I'm live. Like none of that. None of that. None of that. None of that. So I really don't know what's going on. Okay, so you can see and hear me. Okay, okay. I thought something crazy was going on for a minute. I'm like, Joe, why this thing ain't working? So he is live. Okay, there we go. There we go. Family, if you can, I'm gonna share something very, very, very important today. So please share this out. Share this out. If I can get those that are tapping in on Instagram right now to at least tag 2 or 3 family members, family members and/or friends, right? If you could, that'd be beautiful. That'd be beautiful. Cause I got a lot I want to share with y'all today, and it's gonna be eye opening. It's gonna be eye opening. It's where we're at in the market right now, where the market has the possibility of going in the next 6 months, year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, right? So if you can, like I said, share this out, tag some family members, tag some friends, at least get 3 people, 3, 4 people, tag as many as you want. My page is open right now. It is public, so it ain't private. I just use the exchange, but I guess it's time to switch up. I'm just used. But see, that's the thing. The decentralized exchanges are just like it, just for quick liquidity, and then I transfer right off. You don't even need to use centralized exchanges for the quick liquidity, though. To be honest with you, we got so many atomic swaps in the space right now. It's crazy, you know. But what's going on in the market right now is beautiful. We're seeing a nice little bump up in the market. Nice little bump up in the market. We're going to see how things may be able to go. I don't know if anybody is playing around within the meme coin world, but Black Bull, man, this thing's been going crazy over the last couple of weeks. You know, I did get my hands in on some. As of right now, let me see where we at. Trading at almost 32 cents. Let me refresh this real quick, make sure everything is updated. So yeah, we're up over the last 7 days. We're up 6,577%. Up 60% in the last 24. Up 4.4 to go my 44s. Up 4.4 in the last hour. Coming live to you right now. This is the Black Bull Anthem. If you want to get any type of insight on it, you want to follow the brother Anthem at Black Noise, right? And what it is he's a trader that has been meme coin trader, has been doing this thing for the last couple of years within the crypto sphere. And somebody created a coin in his name, sent him about 65% of the supply, and then what he's done is he's been airdropping it to people. So far, he's given out about $12 million, $11 to $12 million so far in airdrops. But in that movement, right, what I'm seeing going on right here with Black Bull, and this is by no means kind of advocating for meme coins. It's just kind of paying attention to what's going on in the market. What I'm seeing in the vibes that I'm getting right now are similar to the GameStop era with Roaring Kitty, if anybody remembers. And it's just a melanated brother, right? Well spoken. If you want to follow him, his page is Black Noise 06. His page is Black Noise 06. I have been following him for a minute now. Um, but yeah, what he's doing right now is monumental, to say the least. We're at 32 cents now. Let me see, where am I at? Let's just refresh and make sure everything's correct. So yeah, if you can see over here on the right hand side, I was just up 10 Solana. Now I'm up 16 Solana. That's my P&L right now. So I'm currently in profit 16.5 Solana. You know, you can do the math if you want. Once again, not financial advice. This is 100% gambling. It's like playing poker, but I'm a poker player. You know what I mean? Not something that I would really advocate to individuals that are just stepping into the game, but for those that are a little bit more seasoned that play around in these spaces, and maybe something you want to look into. These are things that I do share within my private groups, you know, because I know that they're a little bit more well polished than the general public. So something that you may just want to pay attention to. You know, $5 here, $10 there can make the difference. That's the one thing that I like telling people now. The main focus, though, the main focus of today's show, right? I know everybody's celebrating Happy Independence Day, but are you financially independent is the question. That's what I want to throw out to the individuals, and show you some of the advantages and possibilities that you have going for you right now. Looking at the market where it is at extreme lows, even though we're up, you know, over the last couple of days, the market is at extreme lows right now. You know, so I think that it's something that needs to be paid attention to at the end of the day. So what we're going to do is we're going to crunch some numbers today. We're going to be crunching some numbers. Wealthy rise and wealthy rise and wealthy rise to the multitude. How you doing, ladies? Peace, 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 peace. Okay, so I'm coming through clear. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So what we're going to do, we're just going to crunch some numbers, right? We're going to crunch some numbers. Y'all already know how I feel about $1 a day keeps poverty away. Let's do the new math. We're in 2016, so let's do 2016. What are we in right now? We're in, what is it, July? We'll do July. Let me see, does this go all the way to July 2026? It does. So now, if we're looking at a 10-year time span, right, and you're looking at purchasing Bitcoin just $1 a day from July of 2016 to July of 2026, you would have initially put to the side $3,653, but they now be worth $39,085.37. Okay. Now, if you were to crunch these numbers with different coins, let's say Ethereum, same $3,654, but you'd be sitting on about $10,000 more on Ethereum, with Ethereum being down as much as it is. So imagine Ethereum was still back up to its original prices. You still would have only put to the side $1 a day, nothing to break the bank, $3,653, but you'd be sitting on about $50, right? You almost said 50K. Once again, and that's with the market extremely down right now. So you can imagine what you sitting on, what 31.24 ETH would be, right? 31.24 ETH. Now, I can imagine that Solana is going to perform similar to ETH. So with me being up, 16 Solana right now is beautiful, right? Oh, you do get those little flash crashes every once in a while, as y'all just see. Let's go down to a 30-minute and see how we performing. Okay. And you can basically see where my buys and my sells have been with this one, but not what I want to crunch on. Not what I want to crunch on. What I want to pay attention to, and I want to show y'all the possibilities that you have right now with some of these coins is even looking at something like Solana. Let's just crunch Solana real quick. Let's look at Sol, right? And this is what I really want y'all to focus on. That's what I really want y'all to focus on here. So right now we're looking at the value of Sol being $82, right? And so you're gonna get better. You're gonna get way better results on some than you are on others. Okay, you're gonna get way better results. DCA in and keep some dry powder if we go even further into extreme discount. Of course, of course, of course. Now this right here, what I'm gonna be showing y'all is kind of outside of DCA, right? It's gonna be this. This is something that I just want people to put on their mental at the end of the day. Just something that I want people to put on their mental at the end of the day. So what we're paying attention to here, right? Look at Solana, right? Solana's $82. Now, if we look at the all-time high of Solana, it was $293. So the strategy that I want people to do, especially if you were here buying Solana at $293, I want you to see right now how many shares $293 to get you. And if we look, $293 to get you 3.58 shares of Solana. Now, what I want you to do is we're going to multiply, right? We're going to do this with a couple of different assets. So we're doing 293 multiplied by 3.58. So 293 multiplied by 3.58. And that's going to give you $1,048. So now what does that tell us? Pay attention. What does that tell us? That tells us buying the value of one Solana just over a year ago. If you were just to buy one Solana a year ago, in today's prices, if and when Solana gets back to its all-time high, you would now be sitting on $1,048. That's with an investment of $293. Now let's do this with something else. Let's do this with something else. Let's take a look at something like take a look at AVAX. All right, let's crunch some numbers with AVAX here. Hopefully this is making sense to everybody. Hopefully this is making sense to everybody. Okay. Now AVAX right now trading at $6.96. See what the all-time high was. Okay. The all-time high for one AVAX, this is one share over 4 years ago, but down 95%. One share cost you $144.96. So let's punch that in. Let's see what one share would get us today. So now today, with you buying what was once one share, you're going to get 20.88 shares of AVAX. Now let's crunch the numbers. That's 144.96. So we got 144.96 multiplied by 20.88, right? 20.88. What's that going to give us? $3,026.76. So now you understand what I'm showing you? You buying what you were originally willing to spend on one share, $144 for one share, might as well say $145 for one share, will now get you 20 shares, almost 21 shares. Now the thing is, if and when the value of AVAX ever goes back to its previous high for one share, you will be sitting on 20.88 shares, almost 21 shares, which will then at that point be worth $3,026. Is this hitting home for y'all? Let me check the chat. Chat, is this making sense? Peace, peace, peace. Is this making sense, chat? I want to make sure I'm coming across and everything as it should be. I know it's the 4th, but I'm trying to show people that you can be financially independent at the end of the day too. Just taking a little initiative. Just taking a little initiative. So I'm just trying to get some feedback to make sure that this is making a little sense. Yeah, you normally get a blue sky breakout if you break through your previous highs. Nah, that wasn't confusing to me. Nope, not at all, NFT Barber. Not at all. So is what I'm sharing with y'all making sense? It appears that it is. Let's crunch some more numbers. Let's look at something like I don't know. Let's look at optimism. No, let's look at BNB. Let's look at BNB. BNB is not too far off its original high, I believe. Let's take a look. So BNB, okay, original high was $1,369. So let's see now. 1369 is going to get you 2.38 shares right now. 2.38 shares. So if we do 1369, 2.38, you'd be sitting on 3,200. Not that much of a increase. Some are going to be better than most. Let's take a look at something like Optimism, who I do like. Next, we'll take a look at Arbitrum. And if you all want me to crunch some numbers with some of your favorite coins, go ahead and start dropping them in the chat. We can start crunching these numbers. Okay, so Optimism right now sitting at 10 cents. The all-time high was $4.84. So let's crunch that in. For one share, it used to cost almost $5, under $5. So $4.84, 44.87, $4.84. So what used to cost one share of Optimism 2 years ago, right now would get you 44.87 shares. Well, 0.86 shares now because the price is going up. So now let's crunch the numbers. Let's say 44.86. 44.86 shares, and you're trading at $4.84. That was the all-time high. $4.84. What does that give us? $217. Now pay attention to this, y'all. Pay attention to this. You're spending under $5 right now. Imagine this. Imagine this if you can. For every $5 bill you can see in your pocket, if and when Optimism goes back to its original price, that $5 bill will be worth $217. Does that make more sense? So if you got what, 5, 10, 15, 20, $50, right? That's 10. Let's multiply this by 10. You're looking at $2,171 as a return if and when Optimism goes back to its original price. Yes, sir. Up 55% on AVAX on the 5X leverage. My man. Walaikum assalam. What's going on, Lego Ninja? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. But like I said, hopefully this is coming across and making sense. Okay, you want to do VVV. VVV is really just off its most recent high, so you're not going to get that much of a return. You're going to get a better return, but not that much. Should we do AVE next? Okay, let's do AVE. So we'll go down the line. We'll do AVE, XLM, and then Triple P. Let's crunch these numbers. This is what I came live today. This is my main reason for coming live today, to crunch these numbers with y'all, to show you some of the possibilities that you're missing out on. Once again, if you were willing to buy these assets at their all-time high, at least a share, what will that one share get you today? Let's crunch AVE. Let's see, AVE right now trading at $89. All-time high was $661 for one share of AVE. Let's see how it goes. 661 now will get you 7.44 shares. 7.44 shares of AVE. Once again, I like to call them the JP Morgan of the space. So now we're looking at, what is it, 661 and 744. So $661 for one share, but right now it's going to get us 7.44 shares today. So $661 per share at its all-time high will get us 7.44 shares today. What will the value of these 7.44 shares be if and when? And we're not talking about new highs. We're not talking about prices going where they've never been before. We're only looking at previous highs, right? It's almost like muscle memory. You've been there once, you can get back there again, right? So that's $661 that you used to pay for one share, that'll now get you 7.44 shares. If and when AVAX goes back to its original price, it'll now be worth $4,917.84. Let's crunch the numbers on XLM now. And then we'll get to VVV. Let's crunch the numbers on XLM. XLM, stellar. Currently trading at 21 cents with an all-time high of 87 cents. Let's do the math. 87 cents right now will get you 408 shares for 87 cents. 408 shares. So let's do the math. We're doing 0.87 multiplied by 408 shares. 8. $354. $354. You know what? I did that wrong. My fault. 0.87. I knew something was off. 4.08 shares. There we go. That's much better. 4.08. That's better. I'm like, hold on, that can't be right. 87 cents. No way 87 cents is going to go to $300. Okay, let's do the real math. My apologies, y'all. My apologies. So 80. Okay, so for every 87 cents, you're looking at $3.50 in your pocket. So for every 87 cents, you're looking at $3.54 in your pocket, almost $3.55 in your pocket. Okay, so now let's say you have what, $10 in your pocket, right? You would divide 10 by 354. No. You divide 10 by 0.87. That'll give you how many shares you'll be able to buy. Multiply that by 354. Now let's do what do we say? Triple V down 11.5%. Currently trading at $12.31 at a high of $22. So you're not going to get that much of a return right now. I'll be honest with you. This is a newer token. And you're really close to your all-time high. So $22.58 will get you 1.83 shares. So we're looking at 1.83. 1.83 multiplied by 22. What was it? 22.58. 22.58. So if it goes to its all-time high, you're looking at turning $22.58 into $41. You're almost there. It's a little under 100% return. Just under 100% return. It's not going to be what you're thinking. Let's take a look at something like Stacks. Let's take a look at something like Stacks. Stacks at one point in time was trading at a high of $3.86. It's currently 17 cents. So let's do the math. Let's do $3. So $3.86 is all you're spending. That's going to get you 22 shares. 22.13 shares. Let's do the math. $3 and I think it was 86 cents will get us 22. 386 will get us 22.13 shares. 22.13 shares. $85. So right now, you buying what was once 1 share of Stacks will get you 22 shares of Stacks. And if the 22 shares of Stacks goes back to the original price of 1 share of Stacks, that $3.86 is now $85 in your wallet. Under $4 turns into 85. Under $4 turns into 85. Let's look at, let me see, who are some of my undervalued coins that I like over here? Let me see. So we got Pendle, Camino. Let's crunch some of these. Let's do Pendle. I do like Pendle. Let's crunch Pendle real quick. I think Pendle is down on its lows. Pendle right now trading at $1.48. It had an all-time high of $7.50. Let's do that. $7.50. Looking at 5.06 shares. So we're doing $7.50. Gives us 5.06 shares. Right? 5.06. So for every $7.50 you hold, that turns into $37.95. Let's do Camino. Camino trading right now at 0.19 cents or a penny. All-time high was 24 cents. Let's do 24 cents. 0.24 is going to give us 12.23 shares. 12.23 shares. So for 24 cents, 0.24, 12.3. So that's 13.3. Hold on. Yep, 12.23. My fault. 12.23. So for every quarter you got in your pocket, that turns into almost $3, $2.93. For every quarter in your pocket right now, that quarter could be worth $2.93. It's not hard to do the math. It's not hard to do the math. Let's look at Ondo. Ondo is head honcho in the RWA network. So if we look at Ondo right now, up 1.62% on the day, currently trading at 33 cents, but with an all-time high of $2.14. Let's do the math. If you were to buy one share of its previous high today, it would give you 6.37 shares. So let's do the math, 2.14 multiplied by 6.37. And that gives you what? $13.63. So for every $2.14 you spend, if and when the 6.37 shares go back up to $2.14, that $2.14 to be more than a 10, about 30. You're adding on another $10. So for every $2, you just look at getting $10. For every $2 in your pocket, it has the equivalent to be $10. That's how you want to look at it. Let me see if we got any other. Let me see. Do XLM. We did XLM. This shit like gold, fam. No pun intended. Nah, hey, I'm trying to the UKYC for Uphold. I'm using somebody else. I'm about to say I don't use Uphold. Instead of Coinbase, what could be another platform to use for what? Instead of Coinbase, as far as for what? What are you looking to use it for? Are you looking to trade? Or are you just looking to buy? What are you looking to do? What are you looking to do? Hey, for those that are just now tapping in, Joe. Let me see. What's up, Block? Good to see you still preaching the good word. Who is this? Big Kahuna. Aave is a good asset to use for as an example. Thank you for helping out. Yeah, we looked at Aave. We looked at a couple of different assets. Appreciate you tapping in. Nephew, what's going on? I'm going to call you when I get done with this call, nephew, to tell you about the vehicles, too. When I get done with this call, I'll tell you about the vehicles. If you're ready to come out today or tomorrow, let me know. We probably got something you can come jump in. You know, I still got that white BMW. Just got to get a leak fixed on the antifreeze. You got a small little leak. You can come get that for the Loto. But I'm gonna hit you when I'm done with this, nephew. But let me see. Are there any other coin requests? Any other coin requests? XRP. For quick liquidity. Hold on. Instead of using Coinbase for accumulation, you can accumulate right in your wallet. If you want to buy, you can buy in your wallets now too. You can definitely buy in your wallets now. XRP. Let's do XRP real quick. Let's do XRP. So XRP. Let's see, where's Ansem at right now? Ansem back down to 29 cents. Yep, 29 cents right now. Taking a bit of a dip. Now XRP right now currently trading at $1.17. The high was $3.65. You're not going to get that much of a return. You're looking at what? $3.65. You're going to get 3.11 shares. So for every $3.65, you're going to get 3.11 shares. So original share of XRP right now, if you buy it at $3.65, will give you $11.35. It's still not too bad though. You got other better possibilities in the space, but that's not too bad. Let's go take a look at the top coins real quick. Let's see. Solana we did. Cardano I don't give two shits about. Let's do Chainlink. Let's see what the returns on Chainlink have a possibility. Right now, the all-time high on Chainlink was $52 a share. Right now, it's $8. So $52.70 will get you 6.53 shares right now. 6.53. So we're looking at 6.53 shares. And how much the Chainlink cost at one point in time? $52.70. Let's do the math. $52.70. So for one share of Chainlink at its all-time high Today will get you $6.53, 6.53 shares, and then those 6.53 shares, if the value of Link goes back to its all-time high, will then be worth $344. So for every 50 bucks you spend, you're looking at making back $344 if you just hit your previous high. If you just hit your previous high, we're not looking at new highs here, anybody. We're not looking at new highs. Let's do SUI. Let's do SUI. And then we can look at let's do H bar first. We can do H bar first. H bar trading at 7 cents, had a high of 56 cents. Let's do the math. 0.56 cents right now is going to get you 7.51 shares. So 56, 751. We're looking at 56 cents. That's going to get you $4.20 for every 2 quarters you got in your pocket. It could be $4.20. So 2 quarters and a knick-knack and a penny, and it's time to smoke. 2 quarters, a knick-knack and a penny, and it's time to smoke. $4.20. That's H bar. Let's do SUI. SUI right now trading at 77 cents, had an all-time high of $5.35. Let's do the math. $5. $0.35 is going to get you 6.96 shares today. 6.96 shares at $5. And what was it? 35? 35, yep. $5.35. Today is going to make you $37 for every $5. For every $5 quarter and dime you spend, you're looking at making $37 off each one. So every $5 in your pocket, a quarter and a dime, you can turn that into $37.23. Don't just do the math. You know, really just do the math. Let me see on Amazon where I'm at now, down to 15 Solana in profit. Even with the dip that we're seeing, I'm still up 15 Solana, and that's how I'm not reading it in dollars. I'm reading it in Solana, so I'm still up 15.63 Solana tokens on my trade. So still decent, still decent, still decent. Let me see if there's any other requests. Let's see. If anyone know of a sex that doesn't do KYC, why do you? I still don't see why y'all looking at sexes. Just use decentralized exchanges. Thank you, brother. That's the best platform to withdraw in the USD decentralized. Peace to God. It's been a minute since I caught a lab. What's going on? Peace, peace, peace. What are you trying to do? You're trying to cash out or cash in? Let's do Casper and then we'll do Aptos. Brother Michael, what's going on? Let's do Casper and then we'll do Aptos. Let's see. Casper. Trading right now at 3 cents with an all-time high of 20 cents. Let's do the math. So 20 cents right now is going to get you 6.4 shares of Casper. Is that the all-time high? Yep, 20 cents. Let me see, 6.4. So right now, for every 20 cents you spend, 0.2, 6.44 shares, right? For every 20 cents you spend, you're looking at $1.28, almost $1.30 for every 20 cents. Every 2 dimes you got in your pocket, you're looking at $1.25. For every 2 dimes you got in your pocket, you're looking at turning into $1.25. That's not something small, y'all. That is not a small return. Let's do Aptos. See somebody request Aptos in here. So as I'm crunching these numbers, yo, is this shit making sense to everybody? That's what I really want to know. As I'm crunching these numbers, is it making sense to what I'm showing you? Because if it ain't, my job is I'm a failure. My job is not done. Let's do Aptos. Right now it's 63 cents all time. $19. This is gonna be a good one. $19.92. It's gonna get you 31.27 shares today. This is gonna be a good one right here. Aptos. 1992, 31.27. 1992, and we're looking at 31.27. 31.27. Is that right? Yeah, we're getting 31.27 shares for night. So right now, you can spend a dub. you're going to get 31.27 shares. If the value of Aptos ever goes back up to close to a dub, you're then going to be sitting on $622. So for every dub you got in your pocket, that might be worth $600. And see, this is the thing that I be trying to get y'all to understand. Why I be so thirsty to just put my money in here, because the potential of what it has to be in the future. A lot of y'all be looking for tomorrow, the next day. I'm looking at the future. So how long could you wait for $20 to turn into 600? You want this shit to happen next month? Like, be real, Joe. You know, be real. Now you are able to get those gains if you're willing to commit and play the trading game. Like I said, now I'm up 15.7 Solana right now. So, in fact, let's do that. Let's do Solana. I'm up 15.7 Solana, right? So let's do the math. If Solana ever goes back to its all-time high, I'm up 15.7 Solana. The all-time high was $293. Let's do the math. 293 multiplied. I'm up 15 Solana right now. So if it goes to the all-time high, I'm up $4,395 right now. Now, in all actuality, if I'm up 15 Solana, I'm only up $1,230. But if I hold those 15 Solana to the all-time high, they're going to be worth $4,395. You get what I'm saying? Is this making sense? Okay, you said I'm making hella sense. Cool. Just want to make sure that I'm making sense for the people. Just want to make sure that I'm making sense. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to come through and build with y'all on, man. That's really it. It wasn't too much more. I just wanted to show y'all the advantages and the possibilities that you got right now with the market being where it is at an all-time low, and how just looking at what used to cost one share could get you today. And I want you to come at it like that, right? I want you to come at it like that. So yeah, hopefully it did make a lot of sense. If you pretty much missed it, go back and watch it. You're definitely going to want to go back and watch it. Let me make sure everything. Okay, so yeah, I think we got everything right. Yeah, I think we got all the coins out the way. Any thoughts on ICP? Let's do ICP. I still like internet computer. Let's do ICP real quick. ICP. Let's see. Internet computer. Trading right now at $2.27 with an all-time high at $700. Look at this. So $700 right now. Jesus. This is right here probably gonna be the best return here. $700 right now is gonna get you 309 shares. This is probably gonna be the best return right here. 700 multiplied by 309.73. 700 multiplied by 309.73. This is gonna be nuts. This is gonna be crazy. 21,000. No, 216,000. 216,000. Almost. You're right under $250,000. You're right under $250,000. What does this mean? This means you buying the equivalent of one share from 5 years ago, May 10th, 2021. If you were to buy one share of what ICP used to cost today, it's going to give you 309.73 shares. Now, if ICP goes back to that original price of $700 a share, you will then be sitting on $216,111. Thank you for bringing that one up. Are there any future platforms like Mexi that pays in crypto? Yeah, hell yeah. Right. You need to jump into the decentralized finance sector. Go check out Peer Garden. Start with Pear Garden. Yeah, Pear Garden. There's a lot of exchanges, decentralized exchanges that pay you out in the crypto you're trading in. They let you trade against crypto and get paid out in crypto. That's why I like liquidity providing, because even though I'm trading, I'm also getting paid out in underlying crypto that I'm providing liquidity in. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's that. But nonetheless, with that being said, Joe, that was the last of the demonstrations. Like I said, if you missed the whole show, go back and watch it. Everybody enjoy your 4th. However you celebrate it. Be safe out there. Into the next one. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. I'm gone.